Perfect.
Hello there. This is the man who's creating these designs here. I am here to showcase my time lapse. For anyone that's trying to understand my art style, I'm going to showcase my process and how I do time lapse. In this session, I'm going to do a character model specifically, or I am going to do a weapon design model for a custom game. It is a prompt in a sense, so it's meant for fictional use, design use, and play use. Now I'm going to showcase how I do it. So here's how I would actually execute this skill in essence. See, I'm moving around and mouse like this. I am now going to design my work, and I'm going to press 1. Control A means all, R means scaling. And press 4 again, that basically means actually go back to object mode. I just meant to click and add more object source. Now I'm going to use edit mode, this one, and edit this object here. So this is how I would create a mystical weapon or a mystic weapon. C means I use loop cutting, check the settings here, and I am now going to use R, this here, and make it a little bit substantial like that. Now this is where it gets creative, so let's call C again. Okay, clips here, and then I press some here, and then I'm going to press some buttons here for some of the faces. This is a time lapse, so I'll be showcasing a test of what I would do. So you're really modeling a design prop for your game, or you get hired for it. So basically, I'm gonna execute this pretty well. Give it a second, I'll check something. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, now Control E. Control E literally means extrusion. There's types of extrusions. As you can tell, there's many types of them. What I'm doing, I'm just trying to make it warm enough to use correctly, and I do this in a professional way. Don't overdo it. This is one thing I've been learning so far. You're not supposed to overdo it, especially when you're trying to create something that's caliber in that sense. Press. It's better off I do one step at a time. There we go. 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 And there we go again. Here we go. And now I'm gonna press Control E. This will allow me to actually do the extrusions once more. There's many types. If you do on normal means it won't really flip up or be individual pieces. It's gonna be little bit not read there, a little bit on its value there. So it connects. Okay. Now Control Shift all these ones. Control Shift means actually shift more or less will allow you to do multiple things at once. The reason why I'm doing this is that it's only going to allow me to design the work pretty well. There we go. There we have a thing here all selected. Now press Control B. This will allow me to double it. Now it's been doubled. Now it has more detail to it too. Now we have some form of help. So I'm going to expand this. Just do this, then I'm going to do this, and this. Show you. Supposedly it's supposed to work that way, but it does that because it's working both ways. So in this situation, you're better off adding in more objects to this. Just one, 4. And when you press 4 like that, you should be able to do some more elements to it too. More adaptive understandings. So I'm going to turn off my mic for now, and I'm going to just do time lapse, speed on, so that way you can see what I'm actually doing. So once I complete this first pass of our block out, and we can start going to the next stage. I'll explain more on it as I showcase what I'm doing. So let's begin. this is my demo for this session today. The create is pretty fast, not too bad to do, but overall I'm doing at a constant pace. I am doing this like this because it teaches me how to develop prompt. As you can tell, I was using a lot of techniques on this, and a lot of modular parts I've created using the system. Booleans are one thing too, but Booleans are another thing also. So it all really good, as you can tell. So when we look on these things, we look very closely that I intricately evolved this with the intent of actually making it stylized. It almost looks like a knife, more like a knife blade. Made it stylized because in this game created, it's based off of fictional but sci-fi elements from mostly astronaut based with some like components of space inside. Some more stylized astral outfits themselves. So that's my thing here. I am also going to do something here. I am going to, if I have to, I can also do this also. HOA, then get in and wrap it. Actually set it off. Project tool. That automatically does it for me in sense. So then here it's all just scrunched up, right? Supposedly I'm gonna have to just go like that. Then just like that. Have an object over here, edit. Select all, then I'm going to unwrap. And then well, actually select first. Unwrap. And select project tool. Put all the settings. And we did it. So there we go. And go like that. Select tool. Here, Control R. That. And you can also do like this, but let's cut it. Set it all. Actually, cool. Made a mistake, so I'm gonna join all of this. Join. And now I am going to edit. So press 1. Control A. And then I'm going to unwrap this. Insert project tool. Always use 56. No changes there. And Control R. So this is where this is an essential tool set to you modding your own games or developing your own stuff. Mainly because it's the tool set that will allow you to actually UV or make the skin of the base of the mesh itself, make it texturable. UVing is just like protection itself. As you can tell, it will help you develop this really well. I'll do like a check first before I do it. So I'm gonna go back to object mode, Control A, 1, and select all. See, almost all of them are like that. I made a mistake on this one. So what I have to do is just texture it right, go back to the settings again, press 1, and do that all the way over there. Let's explore again, Control A and 1, and there. Now everything is in this. I'm doing this mainly because it will help me develop things pretty well and help teach this themselves. That's all like that. This, and press here again. Start here. There we go. This one too. There we go. Now my prop is now finished. So this is what it is. Now I'm going to go into export. Export by going to File, Export. It is highly recommended to use Wavefront or OBJ formats. Always click select only OBJ objects to make it easier for you to do the design work itself. I'm going to use, say this as side file drop OBJ. There we go. Now I'm going to go to my next application, which I will show in due time. It's a very good application for texturing. You are going to this field or any kind of skill with a modding industry. This is a very good tool to use. right nowadays you can only subscribe to this, but nonetheless it's a good tool to actually develop your skill. So, alright, so I'm gonna see if it loads up. Alright, cool. Perfect. Alright. So, it's showing here, which means I'm going to have to. Give me a second. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to show some settings here. Now I am going to. Alright. There we go. And now we end. This is my workshop. And this is how I texture my stuff. So think of this as like Photoshop for 3D users themselves. I mean, and yes, the software itself has already been produced by company sold and bought over by Adobe. So now I am going to start texturing my design works now. So here, we'll go into it's supposed to be here, but I'm not going to get that at the very end. Open, and I'm going to take it. There we go. This is the design prop as of now. Very cool to look at. Design heavy. Pretty good. This is my UV map. So if anyone knows what UV map is, that's essentially how you texture your stuffs. In the older school times, I learned from Rob No. They would have to actually do it on Photoshop and actually use tile by tile, so all your paintings have to be spot on because of it. There are many more ways to do it, but in this current era, it's easier to do textures, so it's more fun to do it. In this case, this is essentially my custom tool I use for painting my objects themselves, or in most cases, props. Alright, and I'm going to do a very cool way. So, I don't normally showcase my styles, but this is one of the ways you can do it. See, alright, it looks cool already, right? I'm going to get even more cool, more stylized, go here, and you right click. It's kind of like Photoshop, all a lot faster in that sense. Flip back here, over here. Now we have ourselves a edge board. It's meant for the cool nerds and cool chaps and chads themselves. Alright, I'm going to also add in a tool here. First, in order to make this glow up, I have to go over here. That's where the texture settings are. Texture settings would include any kind of thing, including glowing. Glowability is to this thing. Click on that, and I go into a smart material that's susceptible for that. Go here, and also go into here. And I'm going to black out. Continue to check the edit settings. So in this situation, on this concept, I am going to add a base to it. Base color will, I'm not digging the blue anymore. This blue's for, yes, cool, but also sad colors essentially. Make it more ether based, more emerald based, right? You do this like that, you're gonna just put the color there. And I'm also gonna put the color here also. Basically, I'm going to add in a extra field. There we go. And then I'm going to press just in here with a polygon fill. Now it allows me to put all my things like that. And then if I want to go true anime weave style or whatever it's called, I will eventually have to do this. Like that. Look how cool is that? Look how cool it is. It already looks cool already. Stylized, whatever it's called, I'm happy with it. You all get it. What's up all here? So I have to get happy with that polygon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. This is a cool blade I'm creating. And I'm also going to do it here also. So this tool actually does allow you to do a cool way of doing the paintings themselves. So I'm going to also add in let's just say I'm going to add elements here, and then I'm going to put this, the base with this one will be more of a purple magenta. See, I'm actually using color here. Just don't saturate it or else it's gonna hurt your eyes. So do it well enough. Don't overdo it as I'm applying it. Blurring edges would be, this time I'm gonna add it towards here. There we go. So we're gonna black this out, and I am going to essentially, on the other hand, I can just do it like this, and then I can just add in a color set like this. So a black mask itself allows you to make it like a blank canvas. The layer is still there, but it's you have to paint over it. It's like a artistic visual sense of technique. Now I am going to do this here. But since I'm not aiming to do that right now, I am going to do it like this. Now I have a full art vibe. Looks very cybernetic in that sense. I dig the style. Has a cool style too. There we go. And we have this design. Now I'm going to do this. Do this. Like that. Down a little bit. Down. Cool. Alright. Alright, it's already looking like a sci-fi cyberpunk sword, so alright. Now on the next part is in this development, I'm going to take your set. I'm going to bake mesh maps. If you have a good computer, use a 4K texture. If you have a decent but not a good computer, I recommend 2048 or 1024. Since I am doing this my own way, I don't have to make a low poly mesh. It's just high poly, whatever it's called. I made one mesh for this since I am currently a solo developer, so I don't have to do too much on it. I'll find the mesh I've created, known as sci-fi props. Let's see here. I will put it up. I'm going to change some type of designs here. In this situation, I don't have to do too much, but I have to be understanding of that system. So I'll use the page right now. Meshes. Now I wait. Hasta la vista. I am a designer. Rada.exe. Look on that. That's how I do it. It is currently being detailed. Currently being very detailed in that sense. It's currently being finished. So this is my there it is. You see how it looks like? It looks more edgy in that sense, but there's no glow to it, mainly because the coloring, the glowing edges wasn't really refined. But this also means you can also add my own taste to it. So I'll also do a black mask too. Black mask. Yeah, just do a little bit here. Do a pass through or replace. Replacing is a pass through. Then that'll make it look like you're actually split back. Then I'm going to add in a face for this. Now for the other edge. So this one here, I am going to do glowing edge here. There we go. I'm also going to fix some coloring decisions that I did here. In this situation, I'm going to do this here, and I'm just gonna, there we go, now it looks better now. And then I'm also going to use a different brush base that's on the Alpha Sense, and then I go on design it. Actually, it looks pretty spot on. I like it. But the steel paint itself makes it look a little too dark. Right? So I'm going to replace that shape, this metal. I'm going to change it just quite a little bit. All we do, I like this. Do a little texture. Here a little bit. Should make this a little brighter, but not too bad in a sense. Cool. Now we have ourselves a stylized, you could say it's a knife, or you could say that other customized designs themselves. This is what it looks like. And this is a prototype of my works in a sense. This is a demo test of what I would do in terms of developing my own solo development game or creating design services for modeling for people or even production values for people. I am a freelancer, so I do undergo procedural elements of production, and I also do stylized services. So I go under NDA sometimes, I'll go professional times on these productions. This is my work in that sense, as you can tell. Baked means to add all the ambient collisions and things like that. So now I am going to save this. Save as Sci-Fi Sword. Alright, and that is it for now. Thank you so much for viewing this session, this 30-minute speed session. And also thank you for viewing this content. I've been having a fun time doing this. Thank you. So yeah, I think that's it. So it's much.